is Trish, and sorry for the slight delay. I had planned to do this outside, as I am right now. However, it's a little overcast. So if you start to notice that the pixelation gets really bad or the sound is delayed, that kind of thing, just let me know. Hey, Mark, I see you joined in. And Mexico, hello, Mexico, 121. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about the effect that what we're seeing with the Pope being in the U.S. because a lot of different people have mixed reactions. The Pope is the head of the Roman Catholic Church, and we're supposed to have separation of church and state here in this country. And so, yes, I'm on government. So you're here? Come on over. But we're supposed to have separation of church and state in this country, and yet we're giving all this attention and to the Pope being here. And I can understand that he's very influential to so many people, but what's really confounded me is that this guy, I love Pope Francis. I think he's a great guy, really, really. Hey, Mark. But the thing is that the things that he's actually been addressing, immigration, which is great, helping the poor, which is great, and what was the other big one that he was talking about? Sorry, I've got my daughter slurping her drink over here. He was also talking to immigration, the poor. He talked on several big things, but then he's not addressing things that really matter to so many of us, and that is things like women's rights, access to birth control, access to abortion, as well as things like LGBT rights. In fact, he specifically made comments talking about how he worries for the family unit, and we just, here in the United States, we just made it gay marriage legal. And the thing is, though, is that America was not a leader in legalizing gay marriage. In fact, there are about nearly 24 other countries who legalized gay marriage before we did. We're kind of in the, we're not really leading from the front, are we? And here in the United States, we still haven't ratified the Equal Rights Amendment. Women still do not have equal rights under the Constitution. And so, for all the great things that the Pope is talking about, and really it's like he's made some congressmen not just cry like Boehner, but I mean, he's made some of them wet their pants, it seems, and I think that's really great, because he's talking about the very things that they should be for as so-called Christians, as so-called conservatives, of holding the banner of Jesus, but they don't do it. They want to cut Medicaid and food stamps and WIC, and they want to cut even Social Security. They won't pass a jobs bill to help the veterans. I mean, what are they really for? I don't understand it. So I'm just wondering if you would please make some comments here, what you think about the Pope being here in the United States and his effect. Where do I stand on gay marriage? Absolutely. It's like, why didn't we do this 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago? So it's like, the thing is, though, is that we shouldn't have had to do it at all, because marriage is supposed to be a civil union. Because marriage is, traditionally marriage is a socioeconomic contract where a woman was, a piece of property. But, so yeah, I'm all for gay marriage. Let me read some of the comments. I missed part of that, so if you want to repeat that, please do. No, but do I believe in the Bible? What is there to believe in the Bible? Of course not. The Bible is a book of allegorical tales written by people who thought the earth was flat. Are there some good things in there? Sure. Are there a lot of bad things in there? Sure. Case in point, read Leviticus and get back to me. So, no, I mean, I don't understand why, if the Pope is going to be here in the United States, and if he's going to address some things, and he needs to address some real things that affect us, especially women. But as the leader of the Catholic Church, he's the leader of the largest institution that oppresses women. So I don't know. Just send me some more of your thoughts. Are you there? Thank you very much. Yeah, we're good. Yeah. So go ahead and write your comments for me because oh dear, I lost some people after my Bible comment. Too bad. But what I don't understand is that women make up 51% of the population in the United States. We make up 51% of the small business owners. We are 52% of the voters. We're 60% of the graduates out of college, and we're 60% of the students currently in master's degree programs. And women make up 100% of the people who give birth on this planet. We birth every human on this planet. why are people not addressing our rights and our needs and our right to body autonomy? Because I don't see Congress restricting men's right to have access to condoms. And I don't see all female House subcommittee panels on trying to restrict a man's right to have a vasectomy. And yet the reverse is what we see. All male panels of Congress restricting women a right to birth control. Do I feel oppressed? If I were a woman who needed birth control or who needed an abortion, it would be very difficult because of where I live to have access, especially to abortion. So it's like not what I personally feel, it's the principle of the thing. And the thing is that a lot of these issues don't apply to men simply because men aren't the ones who can get pregnant. You know? And if you're a straight person, then the whole gay marriage issue is irrelevant to you personally, but I hope you're an ally. And well, it's legal now, so it doesn't matter. So go ahead and leave me some of your comments. Come on, Mark. Show me something that you feel, because it looks like a lot of people are disagreeing with me, which is totally fine. I'm trying to read comments. Do you feel women in the U.S. are oppressed? Absolutely. We don't have equal protection under the Constitution. That's what the Equal Rights Amendment is for. And personally, my own personal opinion, one of the reasons why I think they will not ratify the Equal Rights Amendment is because once we have equal rights protection under the Constitution, it'll make it a lot harder for these men in Congress to start restricting our rights to our bodies, because the men don't have these restrictions to what they can do to their body, you know, because it doesn't affect them directly. So, all right, next question. Go ahead, send me some. Oh, come on. Is he the leader? It's not that we deny him from coming, but why are we spending taxpayers' dollars for security and all of that? I understand that he is important to some people, but he's a figurehead to an institution that discriminates against women, discriminates against gays, and absolutely has the most archaic ideology in regard to sex, premarital sex, extramarital sex, and homosexual sex. So why are we giving him the time of day? We don't give this same kind of attention to other leaders of other religions or other people. Do I hate men? Are you crazy? Yeah, see, that's where meninists go. Like, oh, I stand up for women's rights, so I hate men. You're an idiot. No, go away. I get the separation issue where if you want a big enough platform, it doesn't get much bigger. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Is that, see, I like Pope Francis. I really do. And that's why I'm like, dude, come on, please. Please stand up and start talking for women and for LGBT. Why does he have to be stuck, you know, in the Middle Ages, except that he is the top representative of a patriarchal, misogynistic, homophobic institution that, you know, has a tradition of hating women and gays. And in a democracy, the majority wins. Okay. Well, yeah, let's vote on this. Am I a lesbian? Do I have to be a lesbian in order to think women should have equal rights under the law? No, I'm not a lesbian. You're crazy. So I hate men and you think I'm a lesbian because I think women should have equal protection and have body autonomy. This is what's wrong. Let's see. I agree with, he's the most progressive pope to date. Thank you, Mexico. Yes, and I agree with you. JP too. Remember, John Paul II pissed off some people too. I agree with that too. You know, the United States lacks help in really taking care of these liberal issues. I think we're on our way. Certainly passing gay marriage was certainly a big step in the right direction. It's a problem living in this time. Well, I think living here is a lot better than living, you know, 500 years ago, 800 years ago. That would have been real scary, especially as a woman. So, hey, I only have a few minutes left here. So if you have any more comments, so just to recap, women should have full autonomy of their bodies. LGBT absolutely should have gay marriage and equal protection under the right. I mean, do you know that there are like 37 states you can still be fired from your job if you're gay? You know, and a lot of these myths about abortion just need to go. Give them a chance to make things different. I agree, Mexico. You are absolutely right. It's just that we've been waiting for so long. There are liberal people in North Korea who are much behind. I've been been to South Korea. I've performed in South Korea. The South Korean people are great. I think there are people all around the world that want progress, and I think that what they want is the progress that they need specifically most immediately in their area, you know, in what it specifically addresses them and their lives. So yeah, that's why for me, women's rights are so important, because I'm a woman, but I also have a daughter, you know, so I'm not speaking up just for myself. I'm speaking up for my daughter and what her future is. Perform what I do. I'm a singer and a performer, a writer and a composer, and a radio host, and a magazine publisher, and all of that. So anyway, so any more questions before we go? I see a couple people are just joining in. I will have the replay of this on YouTube, but I will be using Periscope more often, because this is, oh, I see, Rock Poppy, you're finally coming around, huh? But progress for each person is different. I guess he appeals to the masses, but his ideology doesn't to you. The institution of the Catholic Church does not agree with me. I mean, I was raised Catholic, so I know the Catholic Church from the inside out. And as long as they discriminate against women, as long as they vehemently deny women's rights, then yeah, I've got no love for the Catholic Church. So, would love to get together and talk some more. Hey, yeah, find me on Facebook, Mexico. Let me know who you are. I guess you're down at Mosaics a lot, huh? If you're Mexico 121. All right, so this will be on YouTube, and I'll try and get it in a few places. So find me on YouTube, youtube.com/user/TrishKazi, and I will be doing this more because I really love this platform. I super love this platform, and we don't have to agree. I just, you know, I'm Irish. I love confrontation, right? So, we will do this again soon. Thank you all for tuning in. Mwah. I love you, and y'all take care. Bye-bye.